What do we want?
Free Lula!
What do we want?
Free Lula!
When do we want it?
Now!
Free Lula doesn't mean free only one man. It's free an idea of democracy. And Lula represents not only for Brazil, but also for all Latin America and whole world.
Many people don't know the reasons why Lula is incarcerated. The first reason is because, historically speaking, Brazil has a very conservative society that started with Europeans, the white Europeans, the Portuguese who colonized our countries, who always used and abused the slaves and indigenous people. This has perpetuated for more than 200 years. It's still happening that way. When Lula became a president, he said, no, you have to revise that. He started to implement a very intensive social inclusion program where black people started to go to university, travel on airplanes, and this caused a little bit of disturbance for the white medium class, conservative and racist Brazilians. The second reason, probably the most important reason, is because Brazil under Lula has discovered a huge amount of oil called pre-salt, and when the Americans got to know that, their eyes, when he declared that he wanted to become a president again, they started to think, no, this can't happen. This guy has to go to prison.
I would like to acknowledge also my brothers and sisters from Brazil. We stand in solidarity with you guys. We know the suffering that you guys are going through. Our First Nation people of Australia is going through the same exact thing. Right? These big corporate bodies that are taking over our country, we've got to decolonise. We've got to disconnect ourselves from colonisation. That's what destroyed this country, and that's what will destroy your country.
And what is the lungs of the world? The lungs of the world is the Amazon rainforest. And this guy Bolsonaro is attacking the indigenous people of the rainforest, and he's opening it up and annihilating the rainforest, the lungs of the world. This is a critical issue for all environmentalists around the world and in Australia. We must get this message out.
The reason that why he is in jail, because from the 70s and 80s, Lula was the leader of the working class that was capable to defeat the military dictatorship.
Lula turned out the table. He became a president, and they started to give social justice to the people.
What happened in Brazil and with Lula in prison is that every exception to the law has been made. Dilma was impeached. It was another president who also belonged to the Workers' Party, was impeached on legal grounds. Lula, we don't know if he's convicted or what he has been accused of, just because there are no proof whatsoever. The Brazilian society is very polarized at the moment. That's how I see it and that's how I feel it. And as a consequence of that polarization, we are seeing now the far-right rise in Brazil, and other politicians who belong to other political parties who are left-wing also put at risk. We had John Willis, who used to be in the lower house. He just said, I've had enough of it, I have been receiving threats, this is not safe anymore, so he's left. And then we had also a year ago Marielle Franco, who was murdered, just to add to the number of activists and human rights defenders who have been killed in Brazil, and they are killed every day. So if there is, if Brazil is leading in anything at the moment, it's that number one country where human rights defenders die or are murdered, and that's a shame.
This is a very important moment in history, because what is happening today is happening around the world in major capital cities around the world, and so good on us, because if we're here, it's because we believe in something, we believe in democracy, and we should never give up fighting for it. Okay? Thank you very much.